Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, being Simone Iman, and this is Simone, and right now we are discussing Real Housewives of Potomac season 5. So I hope you're a Housewives of Potomac fan because we're about to get into it. This is episode 3. You know, Bravo played us, they leaked the episode and we had to rewatch that episode last week, so finally they provided us with some newness and we just need to get into it. So they open up and they're still at Ashley's, you know, coming out of the house celebratory dinner, and it's a disaster. Well, the meat of it is a disaster. The group is trying to pressure Candiace into apologizing to Ashley, and while I understand that Candiace is, first of all, Candiace is insanely offensive on Twitter. Like, it's one thing, okay, y'all going back and forth, but on social media, Candiace goes far. Like, within the last weeks, a couple weeks, there have been some, you know, lives where she's wished death on people. Candiace go too far, and it'll come up later in the episode where they call her a child, and even, I'm with Karen, you know, that's disrespectful, she's not a child, but that whole childish, okay? Anyway, so the group is trying to pressure her into apologizing, and I really like how Wendy is getting into the fold, and as an outsider, on the outside looking in, like, this is a gang up. Like, who wants anything genuine out of somebody and you don't gang up on them to try to get it? Like, it's not gonna work, especially with someone with such a strong personality who's so defensive like Candiace. She's not going to apologize, like Monique said, unless it's on her terms. But I mean, as a woman, a minority woman in particular, like, we gotta do so much backbending in society as it is. Shit, yeah, my life is on my terms, even my apologies or non-apologies. So deal. Like, I don't feel like all of them need to be so invested in an apology for Ashley. That's between Candiace and Ashley. Gizelle, Monique, Robin, bag up, okay? But it's the fuck yous for me. Candiace, like, girl, that's so middle school. I just feel comfortable saying F you to people, so I'm just be telling everybody fuck you. Like, girl, if she told Robin to shut the fuck up, Robin said, excuse me, look, Robin, Robin, you don't want another umbrella scene. Ashley is also no victim. We cannot pretend like Candiace was fighting with herself, okay? Like, Ashley can be venomous as well. Very. She can say some really ugly shit. And you know, they was coming for Candiace with her finances and that shit about her mama. And I would have been reading that bitch too. Bag up. Monique then confronts Candiace again about this whole Sharice situation, and Candiace is like, it's 2 years old. So if you up on the blogs and you follow them on social media, you will know that what is going on between Monique and Sharice is basically 2 years old. But ain't no expiration on this drama. Sharice could still get it. Like, I'm still pissed at her. I still don't like her, and you invited her in her presence and didn't give me a heads up. But I like the fact that when they talked about it, Candiace, in that moment, Candiace was like, you're right, I'm sorry, and Candiace apologized, as she should. As she should. The grand dame, Karen, always gets it right. She tells them, you know, they should apologize, but in their own time, in privacy, when they ready. Like, this is not for the peanut gallery for y'all to dissect. Monique, I wrote this in my note. Monique wear 4 bundles. Okay, that sewing is thick. But the leave out to the bundles ratio is on point. It always is laid. It always looks good. It's not lumpy. It's not bumpy. It's not big. But Monique got 3.5, 4.5 bundles in that head. I like that Ashley and Candiace hug it out at the end. And then they go into this audio. Look. Housewives franchises in these audio clips, and this is across the board with all the franchises, it does give some foreshadowing and some insight to what's going on with Monique and Candiace. Like, Candiace is like, nah man, like, that's not cool. You can tell that Candiace and Monique be talking on the phone about shit, and then it don't go as planned when they get in front of everybody. And I'm, you know, your fate is not above reproach. I get where Candiace coming from on that. Like, she laughing, I had to get you. But it's like, sis, if you was that upset about that, Sharice, sis, tell me that shit. Like, don't get in front of these girls, especially Gizelle and Robin, and call me out and throw me to the wolves and jump on their side and let them jump on top of me. Like, just the demise of this relationship is so cringy, and I hate to watch it. And Candiace was still letting the FUs fly. Like, girl, she loved telling people F you this season. What is it? What is this, honey? Michael and Ashley go to shop for baby Darby. Let's give props to the first sip of seed on Real Housewives franchises, Miss Phaedra Parks. Now they having sip of seeds, girl. Michael said they need to pat Ashley down. Michael, we need to bug you and put a camera crew on you because you is cutting up. And so they say season 5 after this is gonna get worse for you. So don't be talking about patting nobody down and we gotta watch your ass constantly. You not to be trusted either, Michael, truth be told. And then Ashley talks about her sex life with her husband. This little baby really ripped her up. God. But she said that her booty was ripped up when she was talking to the girls. And she said that makes sex uncomfortable with Michael. I mean, the booty hole and the other hole, look, TMI. Close your eyes, kids. They're close, but it's like, does that mean that he wants to go up there? Like, there are a lot of questions, but we're gonna let that fly. We're just gonna let that fly. Then they go to Gizelle and the farmhouse. Gizelle's still getting renovations. She's a wipeout. You need to take that ladder inside, start unscrewing and unplugging and rolling up every piece of decoration she got in that bitch. Gizelle pulls up. And Gizelle, not Gizelle pulls up. I'm losing it. Robin pulls up. She starts talking to her about Jamal and where they are in their relationship, and she's saying that his job at New Birth has created a new person for him. Because he's like, I get that though, being a pastor of a big church like that and you don't have no family, like, you look weird as shit. She's like, he's coming into town and is he gonna stay at the house? Absolutely not. No, he can go get a hotel, y'all can afford it. And then we get to something more exciting, more fun to talk about, Wendy's family. Wendy has a beautiful family. Her boys are everything. They're really close in age, so they fighting like cats and rats, baby. She starts talking about the culture, her culture on the show. And I think that is so beautiful to see a Nigerian American family on a platform like this and just exploring what a lot of us don't know as black people in the audience, especially like other people outside of the African American culture who are watching. But if you have been blessed enough to know and grow and live in a society where there are a good amount of Nigerian Americans or Africans that are straight from Africa, like African immigrants, like, there are some things that you have been privy to before this whole platform for Wendy that really makes you feel good to see on a grand scale. I mentioned this in my last video. My roommate in college, my teammates were Nigerian, and there's so many things that I learned from them. And I love to see that platform being extended to an immigrant family of that caliber. You know, like she was saying, education is big for them. Her mama ain't playing with them grandbabies. They gonna learn this evil, okay? Like, I just love to see it. It was beautiful. She has a beautiful family. Cruz was turning up for them cameras, baby. He was like, what? I mean, he'll dance. He was in there getting his mop on. Wendy's resume is impressive for any housewife, okay? No matter what the background of the person is. She has an impressive resume, and she's allowed to brag a little. You don't go to school that long and not talk about it. Now granted, she don't need to be talking about it every time she get on the camera, and so far she's not. But shit, let her shine. She worked hard for that, and people need to see that type of achievement associated with African American women, with black women on a big platform. Like, no, I'm not just on here spending entertainment money. Like, I got a real job. And she adds a lot of value to the group, to me. Candiace and Chris go to shop for his daughter. Look, the people online say Chris is the deadbeat. I don't think Chris is the deadbeat. I think Chris has an understanding with his children's mothers. You know, even though they may have had issues in the past, but they don't want their kids on camera, and that's understandable. If I'm not the focus of the show and I can't create the storyline, I don't want my kids on that motherfucker either. Candiace is 100% correct. That is important for stepchildren to feel wanted and loved by their step-parents, and vice versa. It's important for step-parents to feel the love and to feel like, you know, the children want them to be a part of their lives. They want to be a part of the family unit. And so I'm glad she's been able to experience that in what we see as a healthy way. Like, from what they showing us, it seems pretty healthy, and the toxicity ain't never hit the blog. So go Candiace. Karen goes to Monique, so she sees T'Challa. Karen do not like T'Challa, okay? She still ain't feeling that bird. Monique told that bird, ain't you from Africa? Don't you know you're not supposed to touch black women hair? Hilarious. They go back to Candiace and Chris. The music be so drama, child. Just so dramatic. When they talk about Monique, and Chris tells Candiace, you know, this is your opportunity to just be, you know, strong. Push through this. Don't let them take you no certain way. Like, deal with it, because the shit is here, and figure it out. But don't lose control. Like, don't be throwing butter knives and shit. When Monique starts talking about it, you know, it's coming from Gizelle, and like she said, it's a dagger to the heart. And that's what bothers me so much about this contention between Candiace and Monique. I hate to blame this kind of shit on other people, because they are two grown-ass women, Monique and Candiace. But Gizelle came in, she had the tea, she knew how to present it. Why would she do that to you? She used to, you know, while we on good terms, we kicking, we talking about the girls, let me slip this on in on you, Monique, and mission accomplished. She got the most of throwing bows, okay? She got them fighting. And it just irks me that Gizelle was able to penetrate that relationship like that and get them to cutting up with each other like that. Like, I hate it. Why would Candiace do that to you? Just, it's so insulting. Candiace says that Monique's not a friend, and Monique's saying she's a great friend, and then later on in the sympathy scene, she's like, we ain't gonna be friends, and Candiace is, so they both feel it. And that be the thing, like, you be feeling that shit, but y'all don't talk about it. And that's when, you know, they might not have been friends. Cool, okay, move on. You won't be friends with everybody forever. But if they would have just talked to each other like they was talking to everyone else, they probably wouldn't have been fighting. I love the clips of Wendy practicing what she was gonna say on the news with her baby, and then we see Wendy on the news giving it to the Trumps. Yes, get Donald Trump's ass out of here. Gizelle and her girls are riding in the car to go meet Jamal Bryant. Chop. These girls is saying everything but mama this shit fake on camera. Okay, like, it's just y'all raising us in the church and want us to lie. Like, oh Jesus, like, it's so obvious that this is not a genuine relationship. And even if it is, let's say that they are actually dating again, it's not that it's not a genuine relationship, it's just not feasible. Like, girl, is he still a pastor? He's still in church, he's still breathing. Girl, he go cheat again. The girls ain't feeling the sham. Giselle's like, have we ever done a birthday for me together? They like, every year. Like, they is not following the laws, okay? They is not lying for the cameras. The food did look good. Jamal was like, he went to go see Grace at school and she ran away from him. He probably had on one of them pink suits, child. Like, that's your dad. Looking like a pimp named Slick Back. And then he gives them this gift, and the King of Reeds had talked about this. Shout out to Justin, I love him. He was like, why are we trying to make these children capitalists? Like, I get it, you want success, you want your children to be financially free, but when they 13, 14, 15 years old, get the Nicki Minaj tickets, okay? Because that's what they care about. invest that money, save that money for their education or their future endeavors. But stop trying to make these children capitalists in middle school, in high school. Like Grace said, oh my God, this is Nicki Minaj tickets. Give her the Nicki Minaj tickets next time. And the kids go use the bathroom, and it's just Jamal and Gizelle sitting there, and this is it for me. There is no chemistry there to me. There is no affection. He's not holding her hands and gazing into her eyes on her birthday, on the boat, on the water, and we just had family dinner. Like, there is no chemistry, and I don't know if it's because the relationship is a sham, or is it because of his professional life and he doesn't want to be on TV kissing and hugging a woman that he's not married to because he's a pastor of a church. Like, I can't differentiate the two, but I'm pretty sure it's the first one. There's no chemistry there. And then, like, if they was really together, like, these kids just gonna have to be grossed out because I'm gonna kiss my man in front of these girls no matter what. Like, if it was real, you know, it's just not giving me real. And then we get to the sip and see. Look, the penthouse is laid. I've never seen it shot this way, or I never paid attention to it. But like my Candiace came in, she was like, this view is amazing. Like, the penthouse is nice, and I love that blue wallpaper they have. It's just beautiful. Her and Michael are talking about the protocol for visitors and the baby. Look, no kissing the baby. When I had my baby, my mama kissed my baby on Thanksgiving or Christmas, and I let her have it. And she had on red lipstick and gonna tell me she didn't kiss my baby. What's this if you didn't kiss my baby? Anyway, yes, absolutely no kissing the baby. And I would have decorated my sink like really cute and had like, this is the wash hands before you touch the baby station, because Gizelle came in and she ran straight to the baby. Like, and I felt like Ashley was looking at her hands the whole time. Like, girl, you ain't gonna wash your hands before you touch my 3-month-old baby? They all start filing in. It's Gizelle. The only thing I liked about Gizelle's outfit was her knockers. I loved, she had some little knockers on her ponytail, and that was cute, but she could have kept the rest. Robin had on leopard skin or some shit, crocodile skin. They be like, they fall flat. They give very much Ross Dress for Less to me. And then Monique walks in, Miss Monique Samuels, in her Saks, her Nordstrom, and shuts the girls down. Monique looked absolutely beautiful with her 4 bundles. I didn't like them having that conversation. Like, I know Monique has come to this understanding with herself about how she feels about Candiace, but don't talk to them hoes about it. Just like you didn't like how Gizelle was the one who brought you that information about Sharice and Candiace. Like, leave them out of it, because that's what they want. They want to see y'all fail. They want to see y'all fall. So, breaks on that. I thought it was very big of Ashley to let Candiace hold her baby. Like, when they was at the first dinner, she was like, I don't really want her talking about my baby. So to go from that to letting her hold her baby, I thought was everything. Especially since we didn't see Candiace speak to Michael. On camera, we didn't. Like, when you go to somebody's house, you're supposed to speak. She should have said, hi Ashley, where's Michael? Hello, especially because she know it was like a riff, especially with her husband at the reunion. Like, she should have spoke, but maybe she didn't. It did, and we just didn't see it on camera. They go back to this shit with Wendy and Karen acting like she don't know Wendy. Like, girl, you know Wendy, stop playing. And Karen just be missing a mark on the dress code, because she wore like that Fendi print moto shit to Andy's baby shower too, and everybody else was in Days Sunday Fun Day Brunch Best. Karen, come on sis, you too old for that. I like when they was all sitting down again, of course. Ashley's the type of girl, Ashley always want to talk about what people talking about behind your back. Like, behind your back is a theme for Ashley for some reason. All of us were talking about it behind your back, so I wanted to talk to you about it. And again, they come with this same conversation from the dinner, and it's like, you're not, y'all not gonna get it from her. It's not gonna happen. She's not going to apologize in front of everyone. Let's move on. And then again, it turns into a gangbang. Robin and Gizelle, when Monique and Candiace was going back and forth, and they start to girl, it's done. Like, when you start to a bitch, oh, y'all ain't friends no more. And Monique and Candiace, they were mirror images in talking about one another. We're not friends anymore. It's no possibility for us to be friends, y'all. That shit is sad. That's sad. It is. And I want them to have that conversation with each other. Tell each other to y'all face we're not friends no more. Stop telling Ashley. Stop telling Gizelle and Robin. Like, y'all need to talk to each other. The fact that y'all were once friends, y'all can at least end the friendship on a positive note in that way. Like, just talk to each other about the shit. I've been Team Monique. I'm still Team Monique. But your favor is not a real reproach now. I get where Candiace is coming from. Like, don't do that. If you got a problem with me and we talk about it off camera, don't come in here in front of them and gang up on me with them. Like, it's too easy. These girls don't like me. As soon as she got up and left, they start going in, they laughing at her, bitch. It's nothing worse than being pissed off and bitches is laughing, okay? They laughing and she high-fiving them. It's just like, it's you now, it's you now. It's too much. It's too much. Don't ever call my phone again after this. Is the vibe that I would have had for Candiace. Yeah, that's what I have for that. And then when she leaves, I like the fact that Ashley went out there and talked to her, and Candiace kept saying, you know, I don't want to take you from your party, I don't want to take you from your baby. But I'm glad that they were able to have that conversation. And unfortunately, they spilling their guts to their adversaries. What is that? Y'all don't even like each other, and you telling her everything you can't tell Monique? Like, come on now. Like, Candiace, read the room. Read through the bullshit. Go tell Monique that shit. You and Monique need to go sit down and have lunch and get on the same page. Even if y'all not gonna be the same kind of friends y'all was. But don't be telling these little chicks in between, because they don't want y'all to be friends. Really, and Robin said that when Candiace left out, until she's iced out and she's on her own and nobody wants to talk to her anymore, that's the vibe. That's the tool of the housewife, though, on every franchise. We not gonna film with you. That's how they did Nene on Real Housewives of Atlanta. When they want you to buckle and they want you to, you know, be at their, you know, mercy, that's what they do. They ice you out and nobody likes you. And when you come around, everybody stop talking, or there are inside jokes that you're not privy to. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. And then Gizelle, look, Gizelle always show her true colors when Sharice show up. There's a lot of talk about you and Monique. Look, Monique said don't even try it. Don't do it, Gizelle. Don't do it. And Monique just got up and left. And that's the best thing to do. Because there's something about these rumors now. The rumor is, per Gizelle, that Monique was running around with her trainer. Monique said the thing is the whole plot gate, where they are all plotting to bring down her family, accuse Monique of cheating on her husband, and to dispute the paternity of her baby. And I don't know if y'all seen Monique live with Chris, but they wasn't feeling it, honey. And I'm not gonna say that it's not true plotgate, but I do think that that's a little bit of Monique trying to get in front of whatever drama this is, or just her reputation, period, because she comes to physical blows with Candiace. So she's trying to make what they've done to her so egregious that you see why I drag a bitch, because this is what I've been dealing with behind the scenes. So I don't know. Look, I love Monique, and Monique gives me everything as far as her personality, her lifestyle, her fashions, her, you know, I just like Monique. She's the one I relate to the most, but I can call her on her bullshit too. And I do think she's doing some damage control. Anyway, that's at the end of episode 3, y'all. It was really good. Like, I am not enjoying this slow ride until Fightgate at down to the barn. I'm not. I hate it for Monique and Candiace, but it's inevitable. At least we know how it ends up, and it's just gonna be a journey getting there. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the 25th minute, I do appreciate it. We're gonna do this every week. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe some more. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.